if you feel like you're dying inside, if nothing makes sense anymore, if the world feels like an empty shell and you don't even recognize yourself, stop right here. This message is for you. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not alone. What you are going through right now may be the most painful and confusing experience of your life. But I want you to know, from the deepest place within me, this is the beginning of something sacred, something real. You are awakening. Today, I want to speak directly to the ones who are in the dark night of the soul, not the ones casually browsing spiritual content, not the ones just learning meditation. This is for the ones who are curled up in the corner of their room, exhausted from crying, unable to explain to anyone what's happening inside them. This is for the one who can't find words for the pain, who's been silently screaming inside. This is for the one who's been strong for too long. I see you. And more importantly, life sees you. So, what is this dark night? In simple terms, it's the death of the false self. You've spent your entire life believing you are someone, a person with a name, a story, a past, and dreams for the future. But now, all of that is collapsing. Your identity is being stripped away. Not because you did something wrong, but because life is trying to show you who you truly are beneath all the layers. When the ego, the false identity, begins to dissolve, it feels like your entire world is dying. That's because the ego was your world, and now, without it, you're left floating in the unknown. But here's the truth in non-duality. What you truly are cannot die. What is dying is only the illusion. The thoughts, beliefs, goals, even spiritual ambitions, all of it is being burnt to the ground. And what's left? Just this. Just being. Stillness. Silence. Awareness. And it's terrifying at first, because the mind doesn't know how to survive without a story. But I promise you, beneath that terror is peace. The kind of peace that doesn't come and go. The kind of peace that has always been here. If you're wondering whether what you're going through is the dark night, here are some signs. You feel like nothing matters anymore. Your dreams feel distant and pointless. You're tired, not just physically, but existentially. The kind of tiredness that sleep doesn't fix. You feel isolated, disconnected, and completely lost. Maybe you're crying a lot without knowing why. Maybe you want to be alone, but when you are, you feel unbearable loneliness. You're not interested in what used to make you happy. Even spirituality feels dull now. You try to meditate, but it feels empty. You try to pray, but there are no words. You're stuck between two worlds, no longer able to function in the old, but not yet grounded in the new. And people don't get it. Your friends think you're just depressed. Your family tells you to snap out of it or just be grateful. But they don't know that this is deeper than sadness. This is a death, an unraveling of everything you thought you were. And the worst part? You don't know how long it will last. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. For some, it stretches into years. But hear me, you are not being punished. You are being purified. The false is falling away, and that process is not gentle. In non-duality, we often say, there is no separate person experiencing this. What you are is not a someone going through a difficult phase. What you are is awareness itself, and the dark night is simply life clearing out everything that blocks you from seeing that. It feels personal, but it's not. It feels like destruction, but it's revelation. You are not a character losing its way. You are consciousness, waking up to itself, and in doing so, it must shed the costumes it once wore. This is why you can't fix this. You can't journal your way out. You can't meditate it away. You can't positive think it away. And it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because what you're going through isn't meant to be fixed. It's meant to be felt. The only way through this is through. Let yourself fall apart. Let yourself be confused. Let yourself scream, cry, or sit in silence for hours. Don't try to become spiritual. Don't try to look healed. Just be exactly where you are. No mask, no performance. Even spiritual practices can become distractions if they're used to escape what life is trying to do through you. You don't need to chant your way out of the dark night. You need to let the fire burn everything false. That's the work. That's the surrender. You are not becoming a better version of yourself. You are being emptied of who you never were. And while all this is happening, I want to remind you, you are not alone. I know it feels like it. I know the silence is deafening. I know people don't see you. But millions of souls across this earth are going through this at the same time. The collective ego is breaking down. You are not weak. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are being called home. And home is not a place. It is you. Before the name, before the pain, before the trying. You might feel like you've lost everything, but I promise, what's real can never be lost. What's falling away is not you. It's what you've mistaken for you. You are not your pain. You are the space that holds the pain. You are not your confusion. You are the awareness witnessing the confusion. And that awareness is untouched, pure, free. There will come a day when you will wake up and feel no more resistance. You will breathe without tension. You will walk outside and feel the wind, and it will be enough. You won't need answers anymore. You won't need healing anymore. You will simply exist, and it will feel like the greatest miracle. But for now, if you're still in the darkness, just know it's okay to be there. You don't need to rush your way out. This darkness is sacred. It is holy. It is intelligent. It knows what it's doing. The more you trust this process, even if you don't understand it, the more grace will begin to carry you. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't need a plan. You just need to let go. Life is undoing what the mind built. And as terrifying as that is, it's also the most loving thing that can ever happen to you. So breathe. Let the tears fall. Let the silence be loud. Let yourself not know. And as you sit there in the unknown, know that the whole universe is holding you. Life has not abandoned you. Presence is here, always here, whispering to your heart, you are loved, even in your unraveling. Or, this too shall pass. Not because time will heal it, but because you will realize you were never the one hurting. You were the one watching, the one being, the one behind the story. To the one in the dark night right now, you are not alone, and you never were. Thank you for sitting with me through this. I know this wasn't easy to hear, and if you made it to the end, that tells me something. Your soul is strong. Not the kind of strong that fights, but the kind that surrenders when surrender feels impossible. So thank you for being here, for staying with yourself, and for letting these words meet you where you are. If no one has told you this today, I want to tell you, I see you. I honor you. I thank you for being courageous enough to feel what most people run from. You being here, even in your pain, is not a weakness. It is part of this great awakening that's happening across the planet. Your journey matters. Your presence matters. And even if it feels like you're lost, you are exactly where you need to be. So thank you, from one soul to another, for allowing me to walk with you, even just for a few moments in your darkness. Keep going. Stay soft, stay present, and above all, trust the unfolding. You are not alone.